So again, this is on your formula chart. We have that the surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r squared. And the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. And I just pulled those straight from my formula chart. So let's use those. Okay, when I want to find the surface area, it's going to be 4 pi times my radius squared. I can see here from my diagram, the radius, which comes from the center to the edge of the sphere, is 2.8, so that's my radius. So I'll drop that in, plug it into my calculator, and I get that the surface area is approximately 98.52 meters squared. Again, area will be square units. Okay, so what about volume? Let's give that formula a try. So volume equals 4/3 pi r cubed. So that's going to be 4/3 pi times my radius cubed. We said we know our radius is 2.8. And let's go ahead and look at that one on the calculator just for a little practice with the fraction and pi. So let's take a look at that. So that's going to be 4 divided by 3 is 4/3. Scroll out of the fraction. Our pi button is here at the bottom. Pi. My radius is 2.8. Not sure why that's popping up while I'm doing video notes. It's a good thing we're not doing all of these on the calculator. Then I'm going to do my little a to a power button here, and we're going to put in an exponent. So I didn't do the squared button because I don't want it squared, I want it cubed. And when it says a to the b, that's putting a variable in there, and you can put in any power you want. We want it to be cubed, so I'll put in 3. And I get 91.95 if we're rounding to 2 decimal places. So that volume is approximately, again, the wavy equal sign means approximately 91.95 cubic meters because volume is in 3 dimensions. Okay, so let's try hemispheres. Hemispheres are not on your formula card, but since spheres are, and hemispheres are just half of a sphere, remember hemi means half, okay? So then we're just going to be able to use those sphere formulas to figure out the volume and surface area of a hemisphere. Now, if I started by just doing half of a sphere, that would give me 2 pi r squared. Okay, so half of a sphere would give me 2 pi r squared. But that wouldn't be all of my surface area because when you slice it open, you pick up this new surface that's not part of the regular sphere. You pick up the surface of this circle right here. So when we did just the hemisphere, we were getting that circular surface area that goes in 3 dimensions there. Okay. And so now we need to also pick up that flat circle on the surface. So we know the area of a circle is pi r squared, so we need to add another pi r squared to that. So what's 2 pi r squareds plus another pi r squared? It's our formula for surface area, which is 3 pi r squared. Okay, that gives us 3 pi r squared for the surface area. Now the volume's a little bit easier. We want half the volume of the sphere. So if we do half times 4/3 pi r cubed, if I simplify before I multiply, that 2 on bottom goes into the 4 on top 2 times, and that leaves me 2/3 pi r cubed. That's going to be 2/3 pi r cubed for our formula for volume. So let's go use those new formulas. Okay, so we want to try surface area and volume. So our surface area is going to be 3 pi r squared. Again, this time they gave us a diameter. So if that's the diameter, can you tell me what the radius would be? You betcha. So if the diameter is 18, then my radius is just half of that, or 9 feet is my radius. Okay. So when we're plugging into the formula, surface area is 3 pi times my radius squared. We said our radius is 9. And when I put that in the calculator, I get that my surface area is approximately 763.41, and that's going to be square feet. Okay, let's try our volume formula. We said volume is 2/3 pi r cubed. So plugging into that formula, that's going to be 2/3 pi times our radius cubed. We said our radius was 9 feet. So when I put that in my calculator, I'll get that my volume is approximately 1,526.81 cubic feet. So that's feet cubed. Remember, volume's in 3 dimensions, so that's going to be cubic feet.